Yeah, good morning. My name is Pastor Daniel Olawande, fondly called P. Daniel. Okay, so I want to share some things with you on the qualification you need to have to criticize RCCG churches and the body of Christ. I want to list those who are qualified to attack the church. Let me start by saying that you are qualified to attack the church and criticize the church if you have over 300,000 staffs in Nigeria and you pay their salary without delay, latest 26th of every month, and you have never defaulted, even in the time of during COVID. And this staff, they range between pastors, teachers in schools, those who are working in the hospitals, doctors, nurses, cleaners, those who are working as accountants, as admin in different sectors, different sectors. People who are earning, who are making their living, working for that your organization, and you have over 300,000. Now, this is being humble, and you have this staff and you pay their salaries for years now without defaulting. And I'm sure that not even state government do that without defaulting. Then you can criticize the church. Then if all these your staff have access to HMO, and this HMO covers them, their children. I remember before I joined the national, my children were attached to the HMO of my parents-in-law. That means that when your children are of age, even your grandchildren can be part of your HMO. Your children, you have an organization, people working have HMO. Over 300,000 to 400,000 staff have HMO, and your grandchildren can even partake of that. Then you can criticize the church. Then you have that the children of your staff have scholarship for their children, all the church redeemed institutions scholarship, at least to almost 80% of their tuition fee is covered because they are children of staff. If you have that, then you can criticize the organization. If you have an organization whereby during your convention, every person that comes to deliver, free delivery, I mean for surgery, CS, free delivery. If you have 100 or 200, free medical treatment, free during that period, apart from feeding that everybody knows about, then they can talk about the organization. You have an organization that your members of staff have access to loans without interest because they are members of staff. Then I think you can criticize the organization. If you have an organization whereby for those who are struggling with drugs and all these things, and they can be rehabilitated for free. There's a place called Kadam in Ekpe where all you need is a letter from your pastor. Somebody's struggling with drugs and all this kind of things, can be rehabilitated for free. Then you can criticize the church. Then you have a place where prostitutes and street girls are being rehabilitated for free, fed every day, 3 square meals, taken to university, sponsored from the street, from gutter to altar. The place is called Holistic. You can, then if you have a place called Habitation of Hope, whereby boys on the street are also taken care of, picked from the street, from gutter to altar, sent, sponsored to university level for free. Then you can criticize the church. Then you want to talk about Africa. That one is called Habitation of Hope. You want to talk about Africa missions that is helping African continent in education, in providing water, in providing shelter, in providing relief, in providing feeding across different nations all over Africa. Then I think you will be qualified. Or have you heard about Friends of Jesus? Friends of Jesus takes care of the widow, the orphans, those who don't have house to live at. What about the dialysis centers in all the major hospitals in this country and outside the country? free of charge, donated to the hospitals. If you go to Loot in Lagos, I think last week, you will see Adeboye and follow Adeboye Dialysis Center. You have qualification to criticize the church if you have done that. And then there is a city called Redemption City that has over 40,000 people living there permanently. And they don't take light. And if they will take light, they will announce to them that they will be taking off light from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. for over 30, 40 years. That they will announce to people. I'm not sure your country have done that before. That they will announce to you that, sorry, we are going to take off light. They are going to take light for 3 hours or 2 days or 1 day for maintenance. Or you have an organization whereby you have a city or an estate whereby light doesn't go. Water. If there will be issues with water, they will do a message. We are sorry, we are doing maintenance about water. If you have that, you can also criticize the church for that. You have a city whereby everything is safe, there is safety, there is and over 40,000 people are living in your city. They have light. They have, and then the money for the light is subsidized by the leader to hundreds of millions on a monthly basis. Then if you have an organization whereby during their major convention, congress, over 100,000 people will come and volunteer to be cleaning, sanitation. And some of these guys are bank managers, they are business owners, they are leaders, they are young people, they are students, they are young people, they are leaders, they are old people. We have seen bank managers and other tech guys, doctors, picking the ground. What, do you think they are brainwashed that they will leave their office? Somebody who is a CEO will leave his office and come and be picking the floor for it. So there must be something that happened to him that makes him to do those things, you know. It's easy to criticize, it's easy to talk, it's easy to abuse, but if you have done these things, then you have the legal grant to do that. Or they handed over an organization to you with 40 branches, you know, and then in 40 years, that 40 branches became about 49,000 plus in Nigeria alone, and over 1,000 in the US, 1,000 in the UK, and other different nations, and all over the world, in 198 nations. Within 40 years, they handed over something small to you, 40 parishes with only maternity. And now that organization has a lot of like that with hospitals, with schools, with primary, secondary school, university, tertiary institution, and all that. Mind you, every member of staff, their children have access to scholarship to almost 80% to attend these institutions. And there is a scholarship fund for even members, scholarship fund are available. If you have been able to do all these things, then you should criticize the organization. And let me add one more. My parents, they retired from one state till today. I know how long it took them to get pension. How long it took them to that state government. And you know how we see people rioting every day, they have not been paid pension. But if you have an organization whereby from the day the retirees retire, they get their pension till death, without, on the 20th of every month, without anybody paying them, whether you are a cleaner or you are a senior pastor. Abba, if you have done this, then you can criticize RCCG, Daddy Gio, and the body of Christ. We talk because we don't know their sacrifices. They are simple, they are not flamboyant, they are not. You need to come to the hospital called Redeemer's Head Village, RHV. That asks professionals, they will tell you that hospital have a lot of facilities that are not in many hospitals in Nigeria. All subsidized, paid for by our father, Daddy and Mommy Gio, personal money, and other things. Go to Ibadan, you see the Redeemer's Head Village. Go to other cities, you see the Redeemer's Head Village. If you have done this thing for your own organization, then please criticize them. Thank you.